Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King. First of all, I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Today I'm going to be giving you part 4 of What If Naruto Became the God of Lightning, guys. Remember to get this one to 200 likes as usual, share this to all of your friends in your social media platform, and also, go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto Was Too Advanced for his age and enjoy that over on Anime King too. And stay in tune, I'm going to be posting a brand new episode of What If Naruto Awaken the Yellow Rinnegan after his exile over on Anime King 3. So stay in tune for that and I hope you guys enjoy. And also guys, remember if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice and you enjoy the videos on both Anime King 2 and Anime King 3, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new, I'll be replying talking about all of you. So yeah, without further ado, what is to begin this new episode? Start the intro. So, the last spot we left off, as Mizuki thought he was smart enough to trick Naruto, as he thought that Naruto was just a naive kid who would just follow things without thinking it over. But lucky for Naruto, the Kaiba was talking to him as he explained to him that Mizuki was no good at all. The man told Naruto to steal the forbidden scroll of sealing, as Naruto went and took it, but not for the reason many might think. He also wanted to see inside. As he took it and made his way towards the forest, he will handle the traitor once he get here. Going through the scroll, as Naruto had a couple of hours until Mizuki arrived. He tried to convince Naruto to give it to him, but Naruto told him no, as Mizuki decided to curse at Naruto to no end. As he decided to break the boy's spirit, so he told Naruto about the demon foxes after him. But Naruto simply looked at him with a blank face. After all, he already knew about that. He simply shrugged it off as Aruka landed. Aruka told Naruto to run with the scroll, as Naruto ran off and created a clone to take the scroll away. But when he came back, he saw Aruka pinned towards a tree, as his leg was badly wounded. As Naruto saw, Mizuki threw the Fuma Shuriken. Rushing forward as fast as his leg was taken, Naruto got right in the center, and his hand became caked in lightning, a spark, as he grabbed in the center of the Fuma Shuriken, stopping it with as much strength as possible. Aruka opened his eyes because he didn't feel any pain, as he saw Naruto in front of him with the Shuriken. Naruto twists and tossed it back to Mizuki. Mizuki was shocked as he got a nasty cut across his cheek. Seeing that the thing was coated in lightning, it was fast. The battle then began with the both of them clashing against each other, as Mizuki was surprised that this kid was so strong. He thought he was just a little brat, but it seems like he should stop playing with him. He started to attack Naruto with more vigor, but he was too late, as Naruto sent a pulse of lightning into his body. Mizuki cried out in pain as he stepped back, as his body was smoking from the outside. As Naruto stood there, as Mizuki dropped to his knees, the man could barely move, he was twitching all over. Naruto turned back towards Aruka with a smile on his face, only for Mizuki to curse his name. Knowing about Ibiki, he didn't want to get captured and ruled for information, so he was going to kill Naruto instead, and take himself out as well as he launched towards Naruto. Explosive tags a lot of them, he detonated them. Aruka's eyes went wide as Naruto turned. Boom, an explosion rung through the forest. Anvos caught sight of where the battle was going on. When the smoke cleared away though, Naruto was standing there completely unharmed, as his entire body was coated with lightning, surprising Aruka to no end, as Mizuki had blown himself to pieces. As later on, Naruto was at the Hokage's office as Aruka and Sarutobi talked to him. Naruto already knew about the Kyuubi, so he just decided to act ignorant for their sake, as he understand what they were saying. He was not the monster, but that didn't bother him because he already knew the Kyuubi and he was so nice. So after that, Naruto had to go to school the next morning, as he was pretty much exhausted, seeing last night's whole events, as he found out that he would be on a team with Sasuke Uchiha and Haruna Sakura. Sakura and him didn't really have much of a problem, seeing that they barely talk. She was Sasuke fangirl. She doesn't really talk to Naruto. But the Uchiha on the other hand, he was jealous of Naruto just because of his skill, as they met their sensei Kakashi Hatake. as the man told him to show up tomorrow, and they should not eat any breakfast, he advised. Naruto came as he already ate something, as Sakura was surprised, as he was told by his sensei not to. But Naruto simply shrugged it off. The man said it would be best. He didn't tell them not to eat, as Naruto brought 2 sandwiches for them, knowing that they would be stupid enough not to eat. Gigi had told him that everything was about teamwork, as Naruto figured this test would be about teamwork, as he also told the old man about Kurama. He told him that he has been helping him so far. Sir Tobo was concerned, as he asked Naruto many questions to see if the fox was influencing him in any way. But Naruto was normal. He decided to keep a close eye on Naruto though, as he told him to come to him if anything strange happened. Naruto understood, but he knew that Kurama would never do anything like that to him. So yeah guys, so basically that's where we left off. You guys can switch across the place and check it out for yourself. So what is to begin this new episode? The group was standing out on the open field, as Kakashi just placed on the timer. I thought I told you guys not to eat, he said. Sakura started to worry, as she realized that this would be an order from her sensei, as she looked towards Naruto, who simply shrugged it off. You didn't say that. Huh? And what exactly do you mean? You suggested that we not eat. You did not say that we should not eat, said Naruto. Oh, so you caught that. Sasuke narrowed his eyes. Dope was right. Yeah, you're trying to trick us, said Naruto. But I guess you're not as smart as you thought. Well then, let's see if you're smart enough to pass this test, shall we, said Kakashi. And what would that be, said Naruto. Alright. Kakashi pulled out 2 bells and tied to his waist. If you don't have a bell by the time the timer go off, you will be sent back to the academy. Sensei, a bell is missing, said Sakura. Oh, I'm afraid not, Sakura. These are the bells. But that doesn't make sense. One of us will have to go back no matter what. Yes, exactly. Sakura felt her heart sink. She couldn't believe it. After all this time, after dreaming and praying to be on a team with Sasuke, there's a chance of her going back to the academy? She knew that Naruto was stronger than her. After all, he was the strongest in the class. Even though she would never admit out loud to hurt Sasuke's feelings, Naruto was stronger than Sasuke. He was Rookie of the Year, with Sasuke being close behind. But that means she gulped. Naruto turned towards Sakura as she was worrying that she would fail. Hey, what is it? This doesn't make any sense, does it? Said Naruto. You think so? Said Kurama. I mean, a 2-man cell? And 1 Jonin? I'd never seen anything like that before. You've lived a long time. Have you ever seen anything like that before? Well, not really. There's only a special occasion for something like that. What do you mean? Well, like when someone takes on an apprentice. But that is the only way I see for that to happen. So, I guess he's trying to trick you again. Naruto started to think back to what Sir Toby said. And besides, you will have your team out there to help you, so you can rely on them as well. Remember, Naruto-kun, teamwork is everything. A smirk came on Naruto's face as Kakashi narrowed his eyes towards the boy. He couldn't have, could he? Sakura was sweating as Sasuke was looking around nervously. Despite knowing that he was strong, this man was still a Jonin. What if he was unable to get a bell? Would he be sent back to the academy? Would more of his time be wasted? He glanced towards the dope. The dope was strong. He could help him. No, he shook his head. He was a Uchiha. He would never stoop as low to ask for help from a dope. He would do this himself. He clenched his fist. He was strong enough, he believed, in his abilities. Turning as Naruto saw Sakura terrified. Well, for one thing, he never had anything against the girl. But he knew what she must be thinking right now. After all, when it comes to strength, she was the weakest right here. So if one person was going back, it would be her. Sakura was brought to her terror in her mind when she felt a hand placed on her shoulder. Don't worry, he said. Sakura looked at him confused. We're all gonna pass, said Naruto. Oh, is that so, said Kakashi. It seems like you have damaged your eyesight somehow. Because as you see, there's only 2 bells. So exactly are you gonna pass? You don't have to worry about that, said Naruto. Start the test. A brave one you are. Well, let's see you keep that up, okay? Alright, and you 3. Come at me with the intention to kill, because if you don't, you'll never successfully get a bell. As the 3 of them nodded. Alright. Begin! With that, the 3 of them flashed away as they were gone. Kakashi smirked to himself. It's only a matter of time now. He wanted to see if Naruto was smart like he thought. Or if the team dynamic would be too bad for them to work together. Well, let's see, he thought as he went towards a tree. He pulled out his little favorite orange book as he leaned up against a tree and started to read. As he started to release perverted giggle every few seconds. Meanwhile, Sakura had her head down as she wasn't even looking at the sensei anymore. She didn't know what she was going to do. Yes, she was going to fail and she knew it. She would be sent back to the academy. As she released a long sigh, she would never see her Sasuke again. She looked around. She wouldn't even be on a team with him anymore. And also, Naruto as well. She really didn't have anything against him. After all, he was a good guy. She spent so much years in the academy thinking that he was the bad one because he was stronger than Sasuke. So she never got to know him or even talk to him. As when she was hanging out with Ino told her how nice he was. And if she didn't went on like that, both of them could have actually been friends. As she sighed, well, she would have to make new friends over again in the academy when she started over. As she resigned herself to her fate, knowing that there was no possible way of her winning this. Meanwhile, Sasuke was watching Kakashi with a keen eye, as the man let down his guard completely, reading his book. Or, did he have his guard up? Sasuke then heard the bushes behind him as he turned. A pissed off look came on his face. What the hell do you want, dope? He said. You're always bragging that the Uchihas are smart, right? Sasuke narrowed his eyes. What do you want? Answer my question. You're always bragging that the Uchihas are smart. Yes. And what's the question? Well, if they're so smart, why are you so dumb? Said Naruto. What was that? Sasuke got to his feet. I mean, have you really not seen the real point of this test already? And what's that, dope? Just think about it, Sasuke. How the hell are 3 Genins to beat a Jonin? Yeah, you're Uchiha, you're strong. But can you really think that you can beat that man over there? I found out some information about him. That is Kakashi Hatake, the copy ninja. He graduated when he was 6. 6, Sasuke, said Naruto. Sasuke's eyes narrowed. 6? The man is known to be a prodigy. He's far out of our league, despite how strong you think you are. I can be quiet, said Naruto. I don't want to hear about you being a Uchiha and all that, because you're getting on my nerves with that. So, I want you to dig deep and tell me, do you really think you can beat him? Sasuke narrowed his eyes, glancing where Kakashi was. Sasuke pulled out a kunai. The man was distracted, he was so focused on his book. It would be just easy to... He pulled back his hand and tossed the kunai. You idiot, said Naruto. The kunai was sent sailing towards Kakashi, who simply raised his hand. He grabbed the kunai right in the center as he spun around his finger. And he still continued to read his book, not even looking up. Sasuke grumbled to himself. And what if I can't, he said. How the hell are we gonna pass? Finally, you're using that thing in your skull. What? Your brain, dumbass, said Naruto. Sasuke gritted his teeth. Come on, let's go find Sakura, explain then. Sasuke had no chance but to follow behind Naruto, as he knew that he couldn't beat Kakashi on his own. But what the hell was Ado planning? He already said that the 3 of them were going to pass. Sasuke wanted to know how. Moments later, as Sakura looked down, as she saw their sensei caught a kunai a moment ago, as she wondered where Naruto and Sasuke are. Perhaps Naruto has a plan, or perhaps Sasuke does. After all, Naruto did say that all of them would pass. Hey, Sakura. Sakura jumped as she looked around. Calm down, it's just me, said Naruto. Naruto, you almost gave me a heart attack. What's going on, she asked. She then glanced. Sasuke-kun, you too? Sasuke didn't say anything. I found a way to pass this exam. Huh? What's that? Teamwork. Sasuke blinked. That's it, dope? That's your big secret? Yeah, think about it. That is the only reason why he has 2 bells. In the academy, what was the first lesson that Iruka taught us? Sasuke didn't really know, but Sakura did. That a full functional team always have each other back. Yeah. He wanted to see if we're gonna be fighting against each other, or if we can work together to get the belt. Knowing that you're only 2, he wanted to see if we're gonna fight each other for it. You know, that actually might be the case, said Sakura. What do you think, Sasuke-kun? Sasuke grumbled something to himself. Huh? What was that she said? And what if the dope is wrong? What then? Then I'll stay back at the academy, said Naruto. Huh? And why the hell would you do that? I'm far stronger than you, said Naruto. Staying back for a while wouldn't dampen my strength so much, but it probably will do yours. Sasuke grumbled as he stepped forward. And who gave you the idea that you're the strongest one? Well, I'm staying back, so I'm the strongest one, said Naruto, if we fail. You... No, Sasuke said. You're not the strongest. Alright, Sasuke, fine, said Naruto. If we fail, you get sent back to the academy, okay? No, I did... Alright. Now here's the plan, said Naruto. As Kurama was laughing, he sat Naruto's head, using wordplay against the boy. He has taught Naruto well. Sakura simply giggled to herself as she saw what Naruto did there. She quickly stopped when she saw Sasuke looking at her though, as she didn't want to make him angry. A good 10 minutes later, Kakashi was still reading his book. He sensed all their chakra signatures. They were grouped together. As Kakashi smiled under his mask, this was good. If they had the right common sense, they would work together and try to take him down. Or they would be arguing against each other. He hoped they weren't that stupid. Well, Naruto's claimed to be smart. Let's see how smart he really is. As Kakashi waited, suddenly, he felt something. As he heard something whistling through the air, he quickly dodged aside as several kunais embedded into the tree. He then turned around and smirked to see Naruto rushing towards him. 3 Naruto in fact. Clones, huh? As each of them had a kunai in their hand. Kakashi smirked as he held on to his book. He dodged the first kick as he stepped forward, arriving behind the clone, and he kicked him in the back. The clone fell down as the first one leaped towards him head first. Kakashi tilted his body to the side and punched it right in the stomach as he tossed it to the ground as well. The last one then came towards him as he tossed a kunai. Kakashi smirked as he tilted his head as he reached out his finger and grabbed the center of kunai and spinned it before he stabbed it in the ground. The clone then tried to punch him as he grabbed him by his wrist and flicked him over his shoulder and slammed him on the ground. Kakashi then turned his head just in time to see one of the clones. What the hell? Fire style. Fireball jutsu. A massive flame erupted from the clone's mouth, forcing Kakashi to jump away as he landed on his feet. The other 2 clones moved away, but the third one got to his feet. As he was a shimmer, revealing Sasuke. Sasuke was using transformation jutsu. Smart. But that still isn't gonna... Kakashi fell to the ground as he jumped just in time, only for the ground to burst open as Naruto came towards him, trying to grab his feet. Kakashi twists as he stomped on Naruto's shoulder, kicking him right onto the earth. As Naruto fell flat on his face, he then heard something once again as he turned to see Sakura as she tossed kunais. As he then noticed the explosive tags, he leaped away. Boom! They destroyed the area. A smirk was already on his face. They were already working as a unit, as he was really glad that they weren't the stupid kind. The 3 of them then rushed towards him as he saw Naruto smirking. Now, said Naruto. Kakashi watched Sasuke and Sakura close their eyes. He didn't have enough time as Naruto slammed his hands together. There was a bright light that enveloped the area. Kakashi shut his eye as he could not see a single thing. As he quickly guarded himself though, but he didn't feel anything around him. When it was safe, he opened back his eye as he glanced around, only to smile as he saw the entire ground filled with the explosive notes. They were really coming at him with the intent to kill. Boom! Everything exploded, blowing the trees around sky high. In the bushes, Sakura looked on to Naruto and Sasuke. Guys, I think we went too far, he said. What if we accidentally killed him? Well, he did tell us to come at him with the instant to kill, said Naruto. But I doubt that would kill someone like him. You're exactly right, said the voice. The 3 of them turned to see Kakashi standing right there. Well, what are you gonna do now? There's no more running or hiding, said Kakashi. As Sakura simply laughed. Oh, what's so funny? Asked Kakashi. You fell right into our trap, said Naruto. Yeah, for a Jonin, you're not really that smart, are you? Said Sasuke. Over to the side, Naruto formed one single hand sign. All the clones that he had transformed erupted, their body bursting into lightning. Kakashi leaped away. When he landed, he was not so fast enough to get away from the lightning. As he looked at his arm, there was a nasty gash on it. It burned right through the padding. Pretty smart, he thought. Naruto distributed the clone's chakra, so you would never know if they were a clone or not. He then looked up only to see Sakura diving towards him as she tossed 2 kunais. They weren't really on target. He simply stepped forward and grabbed her arm and spun her and tossed her. as she crashed on the ground and rolled. The moment she did, Naruto burst out of the bushes as he held his hand forward like a gun. Kakashi narrowed his eyes. He had to leap as two beams of lightning erupted from Naruto's fingertip, scorched in the ground. The moment Kakashi landed, fire style, fireball jutsu, Sasuke rained down a massive fireball towards him. As Naruto fired two more finger beams, Kakashi quickly substituted a log. Damn it, said Naruto, as Kakashi appeared behind him and swung a kick towards his back. Naruto spun just in time and blocked it, crossing his arm in an X motion. Kakashi had to duck a kunai that came towards his head from Sakura, as he quickly pulled a kunai of his own and blocked several kunai that came from Sasuke, only for Naruto to outstretch his hands towards him to grab him. Knowing the last time, Kakashi did not take that chance, as he quickly kicked up, stomping on Naruto's shoulder and flipping over him. He landed on his feet only for Naruto to spin around just in time, wind style. Gale palm, he said! Kakashi was completely caught off guard. He knew that Naruto was deft in lightning. Still up to this point, had no idea who taught him. He would have talked to Hokage about this. But wind style as well? So when the wind current suddenly picked up and slammed into Kakashi, he was unprepared for it, as he was tossed, but he managed to flip mid-air though. As he landed on the ground, the moment he did, he had to jump away again. Several kunais and shurikens came from Sasuke and Sakura. Sasuke threw a kunai and cut a wire. The moment he did, the ground patch opened up, the leaves were blown away. Several kunais were underground as they were rained towards Kakashi. Kakashi pulled out a kunai himself and blocked each and every one of them. He was surrounded in a field of just kunais. He smirked towards the three of them. Naruto smiled back as Sakura and Sasuke saw him wave a single hand sign. The two of them leaped away as Kakashi was now intrigued. And what exactly? Naruto slammed his hands together before opening it up. A small pulse started creating in the middle of his palms as he started to focus before he released it in a wide burst. Kakashi, feeling no danger, was just a lightning spark, stepped back though. But it went wide as he couldn't move fast enough. Kakashi heard static. The only thing he could hear was static. So when the kunais came whistling in, it was only because of years of training and experience why he was able to turn and block them. But he was not prepared when the ground suddenly cracked open. As Naruto emerged, two of them, one behind and one in front. Kakashi still was not a jonin for nothing as he pushed himself up, stomping on their shoulders as he flipped in mid-air. As he was now airborne, only to see 50 Narutos leaping from the sky, all of them jumping down from a tree branch that they were in. They all then dispel. Boom! A massive cloud storm came down off their smoke when they dispelled, covering the air with pure smoke, as Kakashi was now hearing buzzing and he couldn't see a single thing around. As he saw something in the cloud smoke though, there was a lightning streak. Something was moving fast, only for the three Genins to crash right into him mid-air as they propelled themselves off the tree. Kakashi twists as he grabbed onto the three of them, holding onto Sasuke's shirt as he held onto Sakura's hand, using his foot and locked her under the other hand as he twists and throw all of them down towards the ground, all of them falling down. The moment he landed, he started to hear once again as the buzzing sound was now gone. I must say I'm impressed, he said, as Kakashi looked at them as he had a very impressed look on his face. Going for my hearing with that technique. I never thought that it was that fast. Seems you guys are working like a perfect unit. Naruto smirked. What's so funny? Well, we won, Sensei, said Sakura. You won? You should really focus on what you're trying to protect, said Sasuke. As Naruto got to his feet, holding up the two bells, Kakashi looked down. When you tackled me, he said. That's right. Did you forget that this was not a real fight? We were only going after the bells. The moment Naruto said that, there was a ringing. The group turned towards where the log was. The test was over. Alright. The test is over, said Kakashi as he gave him a smile. But that begs the question. Naruto, you have the two bells. Who are you going to be sending back to the academy? Sakura blinked. Wait, they didn't pass? Someone was still going back? Sasuke couldn't believe it. Damn it, dope. Damn it, dope, he cursed. As Naruto looked towards Kakashi, you can drop the charade now. No one's going back to the academy. Huh? Well, we had a bet. I told you if one of you didn't get the bell, you'd be going back. Now that you have the two bells, you have the option to decide who will be going back. So who will it be? Blue Chia or Pinky? Well, From what I knew, I've never seen a two-man team before. So, there's no possible way that Hokage would allow you to do something like this. Especially with 3 new genins. That would be just suicidal. And what do you know, said Kakashi. Remember, I'm the team leader here. Well, I know you're full of crap, said Naruto. So, you can keep on this charade all you want. We're not buying it. Well, some of you do, said Kakashi, as he glanced towards Sakura and Sasuke. Well, if anything, said Naruto, if one of us is going back, it's Sasuke. He already said that he would. I didn't say that, said Sasuke. I mean, he told us in the forest he's a powerless one, so he didn't have to worry about training, so he would go back. Isn't that right, Sasuke? I didn't say that, dope. You were the one that brought up all that crap. Well, you did say that you were the strongest, and I mean the strongest should stay back. So yeah, if you want us to go back, you can send back Sasuke. Or you can just let all of us pass for a remarkable teamwork. After all, it was really hard to work together, not knowing each other's skills that much. And, as you can see, we did quite well, even though you were holding back. A lot. Well, I had to. I didn't really want to hurt you guys. Kakashi then smiled. And you're right. Come with me, he said. The group followed behind Kakashi, as they made their way towards Training Ground 3. As Kakashi was standing in front of a monument. Before I tell you anything else, you should know. Those who disobey the rules are scum. But those who abandon their friends are even worse than scum. What you 3 show me today is that you're capable of working together and having each other back. So for that, we are officially Team 7. Sakura released a long pent-up sigh as she dropped to her knees in happiness. She really thought that she'd be going back to the academy. As she started to laugh, as Sasuke looked towards her. Despite him being him, a small smirk came on his face. As Naruto started to laugh as well, as Kakashi even giggled a bit. Well, he could work with this team, he thought to himself. This is just the start, brat. Soon enough, you'll be doing high-class missions and facing dangerous opponents in the future. After all, the life of Jinchuriki is never easy, so you have to get as strong as possible. Yeah, I know, said Naruto. This is gonna be great. Missions after missions, showing how powerful I am. This is gonna be awesome. Time skip. This is bullshit, said Naruto as he looked around. Naruto, you're talking a bit too loudly. If you have forgotten, we're all on the same comms. The target is gone once again. I don't know where it is, said Naruto. Raven, do you have eyes on the target? Yes, I do. Dope. It's a few feet behind you. It's hiding. As Naruto glanced around. Cherry Blossom, do you see the target as well? Yes, Sensei. Oh, there you are. The team got horrified look on their faces when they heard screeching and static electricity as Kakashi's sweat dropped. Naruto, please don't kill the cat, he said. Time skip. The group were in the Hokage's office as Naruto was smiling the entire time. The cat fur was a bit darker than usual because he got burned. Not enough to kill it, but just enough to slow it down. Right now the cat was screeching in agony and pain as this large woman was squeezing the cat between her bosom. Die. Die, you wretched beast, said Naruto as he watched the cat squirming. As he got several slashes across his face, but because of his accelerated healing, he healed pretty fast. But that damn beast deserved nothing but death. Naruto was really tired of all these crap. It has been 3 months since they became Team 7. The only thing they've been doing so far is nothing but team practicing. Team matches between them to further better their teamwork. They were as good as any other team was, but Kakashi insists that they got better. And they need to work together. In the past 3 months they've completed at least hundreds of D-Rank missions. The reason being Naruto created lots of clones, and he sent them out to do D-Rank mission, thinking that if he did, they would get something better. But the old man still stick them with D-Rank after D-Rank. At least they've been getting stronger over the past couple of months. As Kakashi, seeing that Naruto was well in depth in lightning, teach Naruto a few things here and there. Not to mention Naruto still training with the Kyuubi, who was showing him more further ways to advance his lightning in his body as well. And his training was still going on to increase his strength and his physical speed. Sasuke, Kakashi, decided to help Money's clan, most famous, well, a fainting that was fire. As Sasuke has learned 3 jutsus already, the boy was taking them rather quickly because of Naruto. Seeing that Naruto was getting far, Sasuke wanted to pass him. As for Sakura, she's a bit different than before. The reason being, it was because of her training. And that was all because of Naruto. Flashback. It has been 3 weeks since they became Team 7. Naruto was currently clearing and Sakura alone. Huh? Naruto? I thought it was a team meeting. She was confused as she looked around. Naruto was the one that called her and told her where to show up. For the team meeting. No, it's not, I lied. Huh? Why? She said confused. Because of you, said Naruto. Because of me? You're holding this team back. Sakura blinked in surprise. She knew that she wasn't that very strong, but she never thought that Naruto actually say something like that to her. The reason why she didn't protest or curse against him was because on their routine spars, well, it wasn't like she was able to actually fight Naruto or Sasuke. Kakashi always wanted to show her a bit of fighting style, but she always gave up too quickly. It made her too sweaty. She has been thinking about that recently, but she simply shrugged it off because no one was speaking to her about it. Not even Kakashi did, so this caught her, well, completely dumbfounded. And I'm guessing that you know that already, said Naruto. As Sakura lowered her head, she couldn't even curse or retort about it because it was true. You're not trying. I have been, she said. Stop lying to me, said Naruto. Look, I don't mean to be mean, but you're not trying a single thing. You are too afraid of getting stronger because you're worried about your looks. You're smart. You've read the books. You understand that there were so much casualties in the last war that happened. I know you know that many people died. And do you think that was because of their, well, looks? Do you think people survive because of their looks? Sakura, you're not trying at all. The only thing you're doing is trying to impress Sasuke by your looks. And if you haven't noticed, well, I don't really care about your relationship with him. But I need you to work hard as a team. But as for your physical relationship with him, I don't think that he likes you, but that's up to you to decide on your own. I'm not getting in the middle of that. But you really need to focus on your training. And when Kakashi shows you tips here and there, you need to stop saying that it's too hard. You need to get stronger or you're going to be left behind. And you're going to drag this team with you as well. And we can't afford that. Me and Sasuke are far stronger than you and you know that. So think about it. Do you really want to be the dead last of this team? If that is the case, you should just give up right now and quit. Being a kunoichi at all, kunoichis are supposed to be strong because they like to prove themselves to be stronger than most shinobis. So you really need to think what you're doing for your life. And as for a kunoichi, because if it's for your looks, you need to go be a beauty consultant or something else, not a shinobi, said Naruto. Sakura just stood there, she lowered her head, taking in all of this, as she knew that it was just true. As Naruto started to walk off, so think about that next time Kakashi Sensei is going to teach you something. And by the way, Sasuke doesn't like weak girls. And with that, Naruto started to walk off, leaving Sakura there alone, as she slumped down next to a tree. He was right, wasn't he? She was holding the team back. She wasn't as strong, she wasn't as fast. She was book smart, but that wouldn't help her in a battle. She didn't even know how to strategize. She just knew about history. That is the reason why she was good in the academy, because her work was on point. But as for her physical skill overall, that was really low. She released a long sigh. She needs some help. She needs to get better, she thought to herself. End of flashback. From there, Sakura started to take her training a bit more seriously, doing extra runs, extra push-ups, even asking Kakashi for help. Kakashi was shocked by that. Well, he wasn't so shocked, given that he was there. He overheard the entire conversation. After all, he saw the look that Naruto was giving Sakura every time they trained. Naruto was rather pissed off, and he knew that something like this wasn't happen. But the boy seemed to have encouraged her to become the best that she can be, and she's been asking for help. Given that their teamwork was so well done, Kakashi decided to teach them on other areas. First thing, he found out they are faintists. As you remember that day. Flashback, a couple weeks after they became Team 7. Alright you guys, as Sakura has been starting to take her training a bit more seriously. So what's for today, Kakashi-sensei? Well, seeing that you've come so far in your teamwork exercises, I figure we can move on to different areas. Finally, said Naruto. I thought you were just wasting our time with bullcrap. Kakashi sighed. You need to watch that potty mouth of yours, Naruto. It's gonna get you into trouble one day. And I'll just beat that chubba ass, said Naruto, as he smirked. Kakashi shook his head. Alright. Now I want to test your affinities. Or what, said Sasuke. Your elemental affinities. As you three probably already know, there is 5. Chakra nature. Wind, water, lightning, earth, and fire. Naruto here has already shown that he's competent in lightning. Sasuke, you're advanced in fire. Sakura, we haven't tested yours yet. So that is why I want to see if you have any other. Wait, we can have more than one Sakura axe. Yes. Most people are born in one, but as you grow up and become a Jonin, you can choose and train another nature. So, he pulled out 3 pieces of paper. We are going to be testing your natures today. You just need to channel your chakra into that paper right here. And we will see. If it crinkle, it's lightning. If it crumble away, it's earth. If it tears, it's wind. If it burn, it's fire. If it sag, it's water. How about you go first, Sakura? Sakura nudged, took a breath. As she started to focus, suddenly, the thing started to get soggy. As Kakashi watched with a curious eye. Water. But then, it stopped. The paper then started to turn brown, before it started to break apart into nothingness. Wait, I have 2, right? Water and earth. Yes, indeed. Huh, I'm surprised. Why, Sensei? Well, I never thought that you actually have 2. But that's good. Because I do know a few earth and water abilities. So I can help you with your training a lot, he said. Sakura smiled. Now for you, Uchiha. Sasuke took the paper as he pulsed his chakra into it. Suddenly, the paper started to burn. And it started to crinkle a bit. Before Sasuke released it. Well, you have a high chakra affinity for fire. And you have a bit of lightning inside of you. Sasuke simply smirked. Fire and lightning. Those were really advanced and dangerous. Not like earth and water that was used for protection. As he smirked arrogantly to himself. Alright now you, Naruto, let's see what you have. Well, you already know I have lightning, said Naruto. Well, let's test and see if you have the other one. Don't be ashamed, dope, if you only have 1. I mean, only the best of best can have 2. Sakura smiled, but she didn't say anything. Sasuke was thinking of her as the best of best. But she didn't want to say anything to hurt Naruto's feelings. Perhaps if he only have 1. As Naruto simply smirked back. Bet you won't be smiling the next few seconds, he said. As he started to focus. But Naruto already knew what his nature were. After all, the fox had told him this. So he was going to shock them. Suddenly, the paper split into 2 pieces. As one of the sides got wet and crumbled, water and earth. Kakashi was shocked the first one was wind because it split. And then the other half got crinkled so much that it simply turned to a small ball. Kakashi was shocked. He never saw a lightning affinity did so much before. It seems that Naruto lightning was potent beyond anything he's ever seen before. Wait, that's 4, said Sakura. Can someone really have 4? At his age? Well, seems that Naruto is quite special. The only thing he doesn't possess is fire. But he has other 4 natures. But the lightning is more potent than every other one. As Naruto glanced towards Sasuke with a smug look. Not laughing now, are you? Sasuke simply gritted his teeth. In the flashback. Ever since then, Kakashi's been helping them. At least he hasn't been so lazy, Naruto thought. As he's been helping Sakura when it comes to water and her earth techniques. They were very difficult to master and given that Sakura had a low chakra potency. Yes, it was hard for her to even master one. At the moment she was coming close on the mud wall though. It was used for protection jutsu, but she was coming close and that was good for her. She was also working on increasing her strength, her speed, and also her chakra output and her capacity. She really needed that. Sasuke on the other hand, seemed to be killing himself with training because the boy was really advancing quicker than Naruto thought. As he was really really intend to prove Naruto that he was a stronger one. But up to this point, none of them had seen what Naruto can actually do, or what he can do at his fullest. After all, for a boy that was able to do 1,000 push-ups when he was younger than this, how strong did he really thought that he was? How fast he really thought that he was, without his weights? At the moment, Naruto was wearing 100 pounds, and you couldn't even tell. Not even his team knew about this, as he was wearing a combat suit right under his clothing that were fit with weights. Yes, the weights were in the pocket of the combat suit, and he was wearing 100 pounds on him at the moment, and he did not look sluggish. If anything, he should be up in it very soon. As they finally watched the woman and her devil cat left. Team 7, said Sir Toby with a smile. You guys have broken the Genin D-rank missions record. This hasn't been done in a very long time. Well, that should be good enough, said Naruto. For what, Sir Toby asked. For you to give us something more advanced. I mean, I know Kakashi must be telling you about our status report. Actually, no, Sir Toby said. Really? Said Naruto. So that is why he keep on giving us these worthless, useless D-rank missions. Naruto, D-rank missions aren't useless. It is for your team to build. Proper. Naruto looked towards Aruka. Please don't say communication or exercise to build teamwork or something like that. We've been doing that for the last 3 months now, non-stop. We need something better. Come on, don't you agree with me, guys? Yeah, he's right, Sakura said, as she looked around, as all attention turned towards her. Sasuke simply scoffed. These are just a waste of time. Sakura sighed in relief, as the attention was off her now. We have been doing nothing but D-ranks for the last 3 months. We need something more challenging. Kakashi sighed. He's gonna be the one to be reprimanded for this because of their behavior. Kakashi, what do you think, said Sarutobi. Hokage-sama, you can't be serious, said Aruka. Aruka, let me hear what Kakashi has to say. Well, they have come forward in your training, and I believe that you're ready for a C-rank mission. Sarutobi went through his files. I find the perfect one, he said. This is a C-rank mission for you guys to help deliver the bridge builder to the Land of Wave, and stay there until the bridge is complete. You, maybe deal with some bandits on the way though. That should be fine, Hokage-sama, said Kakashi with a eye smile. Alright then, on those, send him in. Suddenly, a man came inside, as he looked rather drunk. As Naruto looked at the man from head to toe, he had grey hair, and a grey beard as well, as he had a bundle on his back, black clothing, with a towel over his shoulder. As the man sighed and looked around. Is this it? He said as he looked around. I thought I would be getting a squad, not some kids. Trust me, we're more than enough to protect an old man like you, said Naruto. As Sarutobi sighed, there Naruto go again. What did you just say to me, brat? Well, you think we're kids, but we're not. So I just simply said, we're more than enough to protect an old man like you, Naruto shouted. A brat like you should really know his place, you know that? You don't even look like you wash your own underwear. So be quiet and shut your mouth, kid. Now, what do we have here? Some flimsy girl. Sakura eyebrow twitched at that. And this duck butt, he said, looking at Sasuke. As Sasuke glared at the man. And then this Cyclops. Before he could say anything else, something broke. As his bottle started to leak. What the hell? The entire bottom was broken off. As Naruto stood there, his arms crossed. Most did not see what happened. Well, the Genis did not. But Sarutobi and Kakashi did see. Not even Haruka saw what Naruto did. A faulty bottle, said Tazuna. Alright then, if this is a team, we better get going. I'll be waiting at the gate. Don't take too long. And with that he walked off, still looking drunk. Sarutobi sighed. Naruto, please try to get along with the client. He's a client, remember? What are you talking about? I am getting along with him. Well, you just broke his bottle. Haruka narrowed his eyes. Huh? As Kakashi simply sighed, I'll make sure you get along with him. He broke his bottle? When? Time skip. The group was at the gate, as they were waiting for Kakashi to arrive. As they've been waiting for a while now. Where is that Jonin sensei of yours? Is he always this late? Much later, said Sakura. As Tazuna sighed. As he looked around, suddenly there was a poof. Yo, said Kakashi. As he leaned up on the gate. Sorry for being late. You see, there was a... Kakashi jumped as he moved away from the gate. As Naruto one hand was on it. As Naruto had zapped him with using the iron bars. That wasn't very nice, Naruto, said Kakashi. And it wasn't very nice of you to keep us waiting here so long. Well, point taken, but zapping someone is not very nice. And you letting us wait is not very nice. Come on, let's go. As Naruto started to walk, suddenly he saw someone coming ahead. As a small smile came on his face. Before any of them could say anything, the girl moved forward quickly and grabbed Naruto in a hug, squeezing his face on her chest. Sasuke looked away, a bit jealous and embarrassed. Sakura gaped at the woman and gaped at her clothing. She was wearing something so revealing, as her fishnet shirt was the only thing under her coat. If that was blown away, you would see her chest on full view. As Uncle was holding on to Naruto that big squeeze. Haven't seen you in a while, kid, she said. I missed you. As Naruto couldn't talk at the moment, his face was buried in her bosom. As she giggled a bit because he was moving his lips. He was trying to talk, but it was tickling as she pulled back. As Naruto took a deep breath, what I was trying to say is, I've been doing a lot of D-rank missions lately, so that is why we haven't gotten in time to catch up together. Well, you should come by. We haven't even trained in a very long time. I missed you, she said. Alright, fine, said Naruto. When I'm off this mission, I promise I'll swing by, okay? As Uncle gave Naruto a smile. So where are you going now, she asked. Well, I'm going on a mission out of the village. Uncle smiled. First one, huh? Yeah. It's pretty exciting, said Naruto. Well, you be careful out there, she said. Before turning. Kakashi, she said. Uncle. So you and Naruto are friends? Yes, you didn't know? No. But now I know where he got information on me. Oh, he used that, didn't he? Yes, he did. Well, he did ask me about you. I guess there was no harm in telling him. Kakashi gave her a forced eye smile. Well, I guess. It's not any harm, he said. Alright. Make sure to take care of him out there. Well, I don't have to worry. You're his own sensei after all. But keep an eye out for them. It's his first time out of the mission. Is she your family or something? Sakura asked. No, just a very good friend of mine, said Naruto. She always wanted to see me safe. Same for her. When it comes to me, said Naruto. As he waved Uncle goodbye, as Uncle headed off. So, you know Uncle for a long time, huh? Said Naruto as he glanced towards Kakashi. Yes, how about you? A good time now, said Naruto. Now I can understand where your attitude come from. My attitude, said Naruto. Well, you and Uncle have a similar attitude, but hers is much worse. Nah, when you get to know her, Uncle is a pretty nice person, but I guess her attitude can be a bit abrasive at first. Naruto simply shrugged it off. I like it, he said. The group turned. We have a mission here to complete, you know, said Tazuna. Yeah, old man, we're right there, said Naruto. As they start to make their way with Tazuna grumbling. Alright, let's go, said Kakashi as they made their way. Meanwhile, at the land of Wave, as a very short man was sitting down behind his desk. So do you guys understand, he said. I heard that the bridge builder was going towards Konoha for reinforcements. That is why I hired the both of you. Was that really necessary, a voice said. I mean, Zabuza and his apprentice could just go. I can handle this on my own. Huh. Keep on being so arrogant, you're gonna die very soon. Is it a threat? Another man asks. No. Just a promise. Huh, you keep on talking, but it doesn't matter. No one can escape the thunder, the man said with a smirk. You just watch it, Gato. I'm gonna end this mission quick as possible. I'll hold you on that, said Gato. After all, you two were worth a lot of money, as ninjas are. Gato, it's a promise, as I said. No one can escape the thunder, the man said with a smirk on his face. But guys, if you any subscribe right here, if once this part is starting to do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on the bell notifications I posted. But move now, see you guys soon. Peace.